Welcome, everyone. Fetch AI, SingularityNet, and Ocean Protocol, they are really pushing it forward. They are going to merge. Ain't that absolutely crazy news? I think very, very amazing news. Let me know your thoughts. But one thing that this merger has really shown me, especially in the comments on my videos and also on X and all over the place, this merger has shown me that many people who hold these tokens, who are in crypto, have absolutely no idea what they are doing. And this is kind of scary because I get questions like, is Coinbase wallet a self-custody wallet, or is it the Coinbase exchange? And don't feel called out if this is you. I have seen this multiple times. And if you don't know what a private wallet is, you are in a bit of trouble, right? This is something you should know when you hold crypto tokens or have anything to do with crypto. So yes, we will talk about the merger, about SingularityNet, Fetch AI, and Ocean Protocol, and I'll answer all of your questions if you let me know your questions in the comments. But we will start with talking about the basics and foundations. That this merger has shown what people are not really, what people don't really know and don't really understand. Because this is very, very important. If you don't understand these things, then you seriously risk losing all of your crypto, all of your money. And we definitely don't want that to happen for you or anyone. Now, if you say, oh, whatever, I just buy my tokens on an exchange and I hold them on an exchange and I sell them on an exchange and I never look into that at all, that's fine, great, more power to you. But still, if you don't even know if you hold your tokens on an exchange or in a self-custody wallet, and if the transaction between your tokens, Ocean Protocol, AGIX, and the ASI token will happen automatically, or if you have to do something, then this is definitely an issue. So let's get started with talking about, and again, later in the stream, we will talk about the merger. I'll also talk a bit about where I see this going maybe, and I'll answer all of your questions. I'll interact for sure with the chat if I see something written in there. And yes, I can see the question about the AI agents of Fetch already. I'll get into that later. But yeah, let me know your questions. Happily answer everything. But let's start with, what does self-custody mean? Or what's the difference between an exchange, a self-custody wallet, or maybe even how does that even roughly work? So let me ask you a question and answer that question for yourself now. If you get crypto tokens, wherever that is, may that be on an exchange, on a decentralized exchange, wherever you get them, if you just get them sent to your private wallet, where are these tokens? Are these tokens on the exchange? Are these tokens in your wallet? Are these tokens on the DEX? Where are they? Are they there? The answer is no. No, these tokens, well, first of all, these tokens, quote unquote tokens, don't really exist. But if you want to make a place where these virtual tokens actually are, they are on the blockchain, right? They are not in any wallet. They are not on any exchange. They are on the blockchain, and they will always be on the blockchain. So let's actually share my screen here and show you a little bit what I mean with that and how that works, because this is actually quite important to understand. All right, let me set all of this up. Can you see my whiteboard? If I can get a yes in the chat, that would be amazing, but I think you can see my whiteboard. So I'll go there now. And this is just, stupid drawing. It's not 100% correct, but let's say this is our blockchain. Now we have blocks. They are chained together. All right. And then this is you, right here. This is you with a very happy face because the merger is a great thing and you're happy about the merger and you expect your tokens to go up in the future because there's a merger, and now you hold tokens, right? Let's say A for ASI. You hold these tokens wherever you hold them. What you really hold is not this token. What you really hold is a key. Is a key with which you can access your token. That's what you really hold, because this token here is on the blockchain and it never leaves the blockchain. It's always right here. So we can say it's right here. The blockchain is basically a code of transactions that is programmed, and then you have different hashes referring to the blocks, which makes it into a chain. All you need to know is your token is on this blockchain, and all you ever can have is a key that gets you access to this token on the blockchain. But this token is not on an exchange. It's not in your wallet. It's not on a decentralized exchange. No, it's on the blockchain. So what that means is when, I want to do this, when the merger happens, right? The merger happens and you have your Ocean Protocol tokens and you have your Fetch tokens and you have your IGAX tokens and you hold them all on an exchange. What the exchange does is it collects all these tokens, puts them all together, and then the exchange itself interacts with the merge contract. And the token gets merged into ASI, and then the exchange redistributes them to you. But the exchange is bound by the term law, that's the blockchain code law, that is the blockchain like you would be. Like the exchange doesn't do anything fundamentally different from what you are doing when you want to transfer your tokens. Now, I mentioned you never hold the token, but you hold the key with which you can access the token. And this is very important to understand. So you want to ask yourself, when you ask yourself the question, hey, do I have self-custody over my tokens? Well, how do you know if you have a self-custody wallet or not? Well, do you have a key phrase or a seed phrase? Do you have a seed phrase? What is a seed phrase, you might ask, if you don't have one? Well, if you have a seed phrase, you have a certain phrase consisting of 12 or maybe 24 or maybe, what else do we have? 32, I believe. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no, but you have a certain phrase consisting of these many words, right? Of 12 words or 24 words, 32 words, or whatever it is. This is your seed phrase. This is your access to the blockchain. This is your access to the tokens. Your seed phrase is the most holy thing that you ever can have, because this is your self-custody. This basically means no entity, no exchange, no government, no hacker, no whoever it is can ever get access to what you have in this wallet if you have the seed phrase. If you have the seed phrase, what you do with that, you write it on a piece of paper, just like this one, and I'm talking about an actual physical piece of paper. You don't have the seed phrase on your computer, not on your phone, not on any device that can have in any way, shape, or form access to the internet. No, don't do that. Because if you have that, it's possible for a hacker to get it. You don't want that. Your seed phrase is your key to the blockchain. This is what gives you access to your tokens. This is you having self-custody. If you don't have a seed phrase, then your tokens are not in a self-custodian wallet. Then they are on an exchange, right? If you have an exchange, you have a password or maybe a code that you made, but you don't have a seed phrase. If you have a wallet, you create your wallet and then you get a seed phrase, and the seed phrase is presented to you and you write it down, the different words, random words. I don't know, the words might be environment, nature, flower, storm, whatever it is, 12 words, 24 words, and this is your seed phrase. If you have that, you have a self-custody wallet. Congratulations. If you don't have that, no, you don't have self-custody over your tokens. What that also means, and this is also very important, what that also means, and this is where the phrase not your keys, not your crypto comes from. Very important phrase. If you don't have the seed phrase, which are your keys, which is your key to the blockchain, if you don't have that, you don't actually own your crypto. The exchange holds the crypto for you, right? But if the exchange gets hacked, or if the exchange decides to be stupid, if another FTX happens, or if another Mt. Gox happens, if anyone here remembers that, if the exchange goes bankrupt, your tokens are gone. You cannot get them back. They are gone. So better make sure that you understand what a seed phrase is, that you understand what a self-custody wallet is, and that you know your risk when you hold your tokens on an exchange. Because again, when you hold your tokens on an exchange, you don't have the key to freedom, right? Your tokens can be taken from you. If your government gets corrupt and says, hey, exchange, you have to seize the tokens, and they might do it. It's not guaranteed, obviously, but they might do it. This always gives you the point of attack, so to speak. So yeah, if you hold your tokens on an exchange, I would highly recommend hold your tokens on multiple exchanges, not just one. Right? If you just hold your tokens on Coinbase or you hold all your tokens on Crypto.com, you have a single point of failure. If something bad happens, if Crypto.com goes bankrupt, if Coinbase gets seized by the government and the government says, no, you have to give us all the tokens, then, well, your tokens are gone. So if you want to hold your tokens on an exchange and the whole seed phrase stuff is too complicated for you, at least hold it on multiple exchanges. I personally, and let's get a little bit into security here, I personally would recommend always holding your tokens in multiple different places. Because also when you hold your seed phrase, and we'll get into this a little bit later, but crypto is the wild, wild west, not even the wild, wild west. It's a baby that's just been born. It's not regulated and it's full of scams, and failures can happen easily. That you transfer something to the wrong blockchain or it's the wrong wallet, or you make a number wrong and your funds are gone. Because self-custody means exactly that. It's your self-custody. You are responsible. Right? And this is also maybe a bit scary for some, which is why they decide to hold their tokens on an exchange. But self-custody means you are responsible, and if something goes wrong, there's no one you can go to. You cannot go to someone and tell them, hey, can you please send me the tokens back? I unfortunately sent them to the wrong wallet. They are gone. They are gone. And you really want to understand that. And especially when this merger happens now. And this merger, again, is a big deal. We will get into that later on. If you hold your tokens on an exchange, if you hold your Ocean Protocol tokens on an exchange, AGI tokens or Fetch tokens, you don't have to do anything. You just have to hold them there, and again, the exchange will interact with the merger contract, and then it will send the tokens back to you. If you hold them in a self-custody wallet, Ledger, MetaMask, Coinbase wallet, Trust wallet, I don't know, whatever wallet there is, Trezor, you will have to interact with the contract and exchange your tokens into ASI. Now, if you feel like, I don't quite want to do that, or you're afraid to get scammed, just send your tokens to an exchange for the time being, wait till the merger is over, and then send the ASI tokens back to your wallet. Like, this is a way for people who don't want to have all this hassle. They just get it done on the exchange and then they take the tokens back. But again, a little bit more about security, because again, the main thing that I have noticed with all the comments that I got and with all I've seen on X is that this merger really brings out the people who don't have any idea about crypto or don't know much about crypto and don't know much about what they are doing. And you really should know a little bit about what you're doing, because again, crypto is scary, it's dangerous, you might lose all your tokens, it's full of scams, and you need to know a little bit what you're doing. So first thing I would recommend is hold your tokens on multiple different places. Right? I would never say hold all of your tokens on your one self-custody hardware wallet, on your one ledger, on your one Trezor. I think that's pretty dumb, because it's still a single point of failure. You may want to hold it in a Trezor and a ledger and a hot wallet, maybe even a paper wallet, but don't ever hold it in one single place. That's just plain stupid. And you're asking for losing everything you have. That's always something that can go wrong. What if the seed phrase for your ledger gets lost? What if your flat burns down with the seed phrase in it? And you cannot access your tokens anymore. They are gone for good. Like, no one can help you with that. The seed phrase is your responsibility. If it's gone, it's gone. If you don't know it, you don't know it. You can never access it again. So always hold your tokens on multiple different places. I have my tokens in a hardware wallet, in a few hot wallets. So hot wallet is, for example, a MetaMask. It's a wallet directly connected to the internet, and on a few exchanges, two or three exchanges. This is where I hold my tokens. Why? Because I want to spread my risk. Like if something goes wrong again with one place, you lose everything. So spread it out. That's the first advice that I can give you and that you probably should follow. Now, the next thing is, and especially when it comes to the merge contract, and here we are getting into ASI now and the merge and all of what happens here. Especially when it gets to the merge contract, there will be a time when you hold your tokens on hot wallet when you have to interact with that. You will have to interact with that, and you will have to merge your tokens and exchange them for ASI tokens. And when you do that, you are better very, very careful. You are better very, very careful, because again, there will be scams everywhere, and these scammers will prey on people like the people on my videos who comment, I hold my tokens in a Coinbase wallet. Is this a self-custody wallet or is this the exchange? And I'm sorry, I don't want to mock you, but it's a little bit funny to me, because think about it. This is your freaking money. This is your hard-earned money. And you interact with that. You act with that so carelessly. And we don't want that over here. Like, if you are a viewer of this channel, I will not allow you to interact that carelessly with your money, right? Because we don't want you to lose any of it. You can call it tough love, but we don't want to see this over here, right? Please know what you're doing. This is your money. We don't want you to lose any of that, and ideally gain a lot. Yeah, so you will need to interact with that merge contract, and there will be scams everywhere. And I've already seen it, like on the post from Fetch AI or SingularityNet. There have been posts from impersonators from Fetch AI. I've seen the Fetch AI impersonator who writes, hey, the treasury will send out a little bit to long-term holders for token dilation or something. And it looks real. Why? The impersonator looks real because it's Fetch AI, it's a logo, it's the right name, and there's even like a tick, a check mark. Not the blue one that Fetch AI has, but there's a golden check mark, right? So you think, oh, there's a check mark. This is real for sure. No, it isn't. It is not. The golden check mark is wrong. I think that's for businesses or something, and it's easy to get. This is a scam. This is an impersonator, and you need to check these things. Whenever you interact with anything in crypto, whenever you interact with anything, check it, double check it, triple check it. Actually, I can make this. We don't need to watch this anymore. Maybe we'll go back to it, but right here, we don't need this right now. Triple check it, quadruple check it. Check again, is this really the official Fetch AI or whatever this X account? Look at it. Look, blue check mark. Look how many followers. Are this 200,000 or 150,000 or however it is? Or are this maybe just 10,000? Look at the posts. Look at the interactions on the posts. If you are unsure, if you have not already subscribed, if you are right now trying to find out what is the right X account, right? Look at the interactions of these posts. What are the people writing there? Are these all bot comments? Do they all look similar? Are there people asking critical questions or whatever it is, right? Look at these things. It's important. And when you get the swap contract, where you can interact with the swap contract, don't just blindly take the first link that you see. Let's say Fetch AI posts here, this is a swap contract. First thing you do, check if this is really official Fetch AI X account. Next thing you do, check if the official SingularityNet X account posted the same link. Next thing you do, look if the official Ocean Protocol X account posted the same link, right? This is, and then when you click on the link and you are on the website, run it through. I put the link here. Let me go there. Through the virus total. Like, this is not end or be all, but it's still another step that you can take. I'll post it in the chat right now. Here, the virus total.com. You can also type it into Google if you want to. This virus total.com. You paste every link that you want to interact with in there first, right? And then it basically screens that and it gives you what other people said about this link, and it gives you a list of if there's maybe malware or not. Really do your due diligence, because again, this is your money, your hard-earned money that you're using here. Don't just throw it out the window carelessly. And this is another thing, that many people who go into crypto, they get blinded by greed. And especially now with this ASI, with this merger, people think, oh God, the merger, end all be all, this is amazing. And it is amazing. But people still blindly throw money at it, without even knowing what it is or what it does. Like, we can get into that later, and we'll talk a little bit about that. And I believe, like, especially with these companies merging, there's real fundamental use case behind it, which I'm all here for. But when it comes to crypto, you probably know it's a lot of hype, but you still should know what you're doing, because you can get seriously burned when you buy something and then you want to hold it, and then you don't know when to take profits, and then you don't get out, and then it crashes to zero, and then the tokens dilute like crazy, and then there's no fundamental use case, and it never comes back, and you just lost everything. So please be mindful of these things. Now, what was I just saying? I wanted to make a point. By the way, guys, is this useful? Let me know in the chat, is this useful for you? Is this information you already knew? I hope some of you already knew that. This was now mainly for every new guy coming in here who don't really know and understand that. But before we go deeper into the merger, let's just talk a little bit about how I interact with markets. Again, you know the stuff, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea. I'm just talking out of my own ignorance, and I also just make educated guesses here. So how I interact with the markets is, one of the very first things is that I do is looking at the fear and greed index. Yes, it's useful. Okay, great to hear that. Great to hear that. Where is my... I'm really new to StreamYard. I'll have it in just a moment, guys. No worries. Here we go. All right, then I can go here. So one of the very first things I do is always look at the fear and greed index. And when we look at it right now, it's at 70, at 71. Where is it? Here. Okay, it's at 71. It's still crazy high. Like, it has been high the whole time. If you see here, 82, 83, 79. Now today we have 71. It gets a little bit lower, but it's still crazy high to me. And I would say it's generally never a good idea to buy when the fear and greed index is in the 80s. For sure, you should not buy when the fear and greed index is in the 80s. That's just madness to me. What you want to think about is that the market, especially now where institutions are coming into the market, institutions are preying on the retail investor. They are preying on the retail investor to get greedy. Then they can dump on the retail investor. And when the retail investor sells everything and gets fearful, institutions will buy in again and then dump it again. We always need to take this into account. And how do most people interact with the market? How do you interact with the market? I hope you don't do it this way, but this is how most people interact with the market. They see something going up and they think, oh my God, it's going up. I will get so rich. I will make so much money. And they throw all their money at something that's already going up, right? There's like this huge green candle and people get greedy. They get FOMO and they feel like, oh God, I need to get on this train, and they jump in it. And this can get you money in a bull market when things go like crazy. But generally, this is a time when you don't want to get in. This is a time when you want to think about, when will I get out, right? Because you want to sell in the green. You don't want to buy in the green. You want to sell in the green. You want to buy in the red. And this is easy to say, but I understand it's scary for many people, right? When the fear and greed index is in the yellow, orange, or even in the red, this is when you should get greedy. Or maybe not greedy, but this is when you should think about, hey, there's maybe an opportunity here. For example, let's take me. I have not bought much crypto since a few 2 months or something, or maybe 3. And I bought, when we just talk about AGIX, I bought most of my AGX on a price of about 25 cents, right? I already took my initial investment back out. I already have it back out. So I'm already guaranteed to be zero, right? It cannot dump further down. I cannot lose anything. Everything now is just upside. I have not started taking profits yet because I believe we have still a long way to go. Well, I've started to take a little bit profits, but it's plus minus zero, right? Do you think when I see AGIX going from 160 back down to 120, do you think that scares me? No, it doesn't, because I bought my AGIX when it was like 25 cents, right? I'm still up more than a 5x. I don't care about this fluctuation. And I don't really care what happens with the ASI merger. Will there be fluctuation? Yes. Will it be up or down? I don't know. There will be fluctuation for sure, but I don't care because I'm all set since a long time, because I bought when fear was high. And this is something very important to understand, because we will get dumps, and we right now maybe get an even bigger dump. Like Bitcoin is dumping, maybe it will dump further. And when Bitcoin dumps, the first thing you should think about is reversal. Don't think in fear, reverse that back to greed. Whenever you see a dump, you should think, hey, this might be my opportunity. This might be my opportunity to get in here. Again, not a financial advisor. I have no idea what I'm saying. It's just my own ignorance. But this is the way you want to start thinking about these things. Because when all people get fearful is when the most opportunity happens. Maybe you know the quote, buy when blood is in the streets, right? This is when you want to buy. Overall, if you like missed it, if you were not here in the bear market, like I can say as much as I want, hey, I bought at 25 cents. What good is that for you? It's not good for you. So let me give you one thought that I would think here is one of the best strategies to always go with. This is just generally, not financial advice, as you know, is to just DCA, dollar cost average. And the idea is to spread your risk. Because if you dollar cost average, you will not buy at the absolute low, but you'll also not buy at the absolute high. You will have an even distributed average buy-in price. And that's the idea behind dollar cost averaging. Now, I would still suggest always only buy when there's a lot of fear, and only buy the red candles when things are going down. But yeah, aside from that, at least do yourself a favor, and when you get really greedy and the FOMO hits, take a step back and don't do anything, because it's a surefire way to get burned. Okay, good. Now, this for all the new guys here. I hope this was useful. Now let's get a little bit more into the merger and what I think, what will happen, what that means, and what my thoughts are. Now, first of all, you probably know, if you've seen any of my videos, I'm extremely hyped. I am so fucking happy about this merger. Really, it's freaking amazing if it happens. Now, the voting process happened today for Fetch, and it will happen tomorrow for AGIX, for SingularityNet. The voting process. If you want to vote, go to the X accounts and see what they are saying about that. They have a very good explanation. Who can vote, how you can vote, for what you're actually voting. The white paper, and this is the most important thing, and this is what I will definitely make a video once we have it. The white paper will get released today, according to SingularityNet. Now, I did not find the post again where they said it on X, but I'm sure I have read it yesterday or the day before, that they will release the white paper today. This is also why SingularityNet will start voting tomorrow, so people have at least a chance to look in the white paper before they vote on something, which I think is a good idea. Like, the first thought was to release the white paper maybe in a week, right? There should be a conference, and then I wanted to go through the white paper and write that. But probably they thought, hey, that's a bit stupid to not even have a white paper, but already enable voting. So let's release the white paper first. Again, I will break the white paper down as soon as it's there, but it should be released today. Bro, I am from Bharata, India. I am holding 1,000 NIS Fed, AJX and Ocean. 1x profit chance in the bull. 100x profit. Yeah. First of all, your question already tells me that you should do a little bit more of your own due diligence. We will get into that, and you should not get blinded by your greed. And you really, really need to respect how freaking much a 100x is. 100x. We really here in crypto need to chill out a little bit, and we need to start appreciating how much just a 10x is. How crazy much it is to just 10x your money. Like, this is so freaking crazy much, we don't properly appreciate that. Right? We are here and we are throwing questions around, hey, can I 100x? And I'm not meaning to call you out. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to mock you, but I just see it so often. And we really need to appreciate that to 100x or even just 10x our money. One thing that we need to understand for that, and I'll go into that because it fits quite well with the merger. And when we look at that, I will share my screen. What we really need to understand is, and for that we go to CoinGecko over here, and we need to understand how that actually works. Now let's go to Fetch. Let's go to Fetch, and the first thing we want to do is we want to look at the market cap of Fetch. What is the market cap of Fetch? Right here, it's 2.7 billion. 2.7 billion and has a current price of $2.67. So how can we double this? Let's just say $3. I know it's not $3, but just for the sake of it, to make this easy. And let's just say the market cap is 3 billion. How can we double this? How can we go from these $3 to $6? For that, we would need a market cap of 6 billion. To double the price, we need to double the market cap. Now, the market cap is all the money that is in Fetch. That means $3 billion. There are people who hold Fetch, overall, all people who hold Fetch in a worth of $3 billion. In order for Fetch to go from $3 to $6, we would need people to hold Fetch in the worth of $6 billion. What do we need to do to 10x that and make it a $30 Fetch and not just a $3 Fetch? Well, we would need to 10x the market cap. So that would mean we would need a market cap of not just 3 billion, but $30 billion. What would we need to 100x that and go to a $300 Fetch? Well, we would need a market cap of $300 billion. Now, when we go to the ASI token will have the price of FET, right? It will have the price of FET, whatever the current price of FET will be. It will be 1-on-1. But because it's a merger, because other tokens get into it, the market cap will be higher. The market cap will be higher. So the market cap will probably be about 6 to 7 billion with the same price. And if you have just listened to me, you know what that means. That means you need to put more money in to get a 10x, a 20x, or whatever you want. Now, some people may say this is bearish because you need to put more money in and it has less room to run. And I can see that to some degree, and I understand that sentiment. I wouldn't say that, because I would say it's way more bullish that these projects merge and gets way more eyeballs on these projects, and the greed will be much higher, and the standard retail investor will be more inclined to throw just money at it. So I would feel like because of this merger, it has more exposure and it will get more money in, so it has more room to run. But you need to understand that in order to double in price, the market cap needs to double. So if you ask me, can the ASI token 100x from whatever the price will be? I would say no. No, that's way too much. Let's look at last bull run. I think it can make a lot of money, but I don't think it can 100x. Let me go out of here and let's look at the last bull run. Here we go. Now here we are at coin market cap historical snapshots, right? And here we can see certain market caps and prices on a certain year. Now the top of the last bull run was round about November. Here we are in 2021. November. No, we are not. Here, this is 2021. Okay. 2021, November 14th. Let's say November 14th was about the top. If we look at the top, Ethereum had at the top of the last bull run a market cap of $547 billion. Now, this is roughly what the ASI token would need, probably a bit more, to 100x. Do you think the ASI token can get to the market cap high of Ethereum from the last bull run? Yes, I think they can, but I don't think they can do it this bull run. Now, let's talk about what they are actually doing here. Fetch, Ocean, AGIX, what they are actually doing. What they are doing is they are building an AGI or an AI application. Think about ChatGPT, something like that. A little bit different. It will not be an LLM. LLM will be a part of it. If you really want to know what they are building, you can watch my Hyperon video, but this is what they are building. And now you can think about what happens when they actually put something out that is better or just as good as ChatGPT. What do you think will happen to the price? I am in the camp that I think the price will go freaking bananas. I think the price will go freaking bananas if they really put something out that is even just remotely as good as ChatGPT. Will they put that out in time for the bull run? Who knows? They wanted to put out an alpha in March. Now this is SingularityNet because SingularityNet has been mainly building the AGI. They wanted to put out an alpha in March. It did not happen. Now timelines are all over the place, but I still would urge you to be a little bit cautious. How many X is bananas? Yeah, well, you can calculate that for yourself. Bananas is a lot of X's. I don't think bananas is 100 X's. Going 100 X's would be bananas to the power of 2 or something like that, right? But even just imagine them doing a 50x. Like, you really need to appreciate how much just a 10x is. Like, if I think about it, for me, a 20x is absolutely bananas. Doing a 20x is absolutely bananas. All right. Thank you, Robin Dawson. Right. So can they do more than even a 20x? Again, let's say the market cap when they merge will be about 6 billion. What's a 20x? Well, a 10x is 60 billion, so 20x would be 120 billion. Can they 20x? Can they get to 120 billion? Let's go back to CoinMarketCap again, and let's look at our snapshot. 120 billion. You see here, place 3 Binance coin at the peak had 108 billion. Okay, so no project outside Ethereum and Bitcoin, which both are playing in their own game, managed to get a 120 billion market cap, which would be needed for a 20x, roundabout, give or take, of the ASI token. Now we need to take into account that this bull run institutional money is in, much more money is in. So it will probably go higher, I would guess so. But I would be very, like, if they can get a 20x, again, if they bring something out that is even remotely close to as good as being ChatGPT, I can definitely see that happening. If not, I don't think there's a chance. There will be a lot of hype, sure, and the hype will maybe lead to huge gains. And again, 10x crazy. 10x are crazy huge gains, right? But yeah, if you're looking for 100x, then you need to go into a very low market cap, and things get very risky down there. The lower the market cap, the riskier the project, okay? The easier it is to dump. They will only put out something like ChatGPT if it's distributed. That is the whole point of the ASI Alliance. Yeah, decentralized, I think, is what you mean. Maybe you want to watch, actually, let me share that, because I have put out, they are building Hyperon, right? Hyperon is a project they are building. Hyperon is a project that SingularityNet has been building. You can view Hyperon foundations, fundamentals of that on the SingularityNet website. But of course, I promote myself on here because this is my YouTube channel. What you maybe want to do is you want to go here to my YouTube channel, and there you can go to, where is it? This video here. It's 28 minutes. This is the video where I break down the research paper of Hyperon. Hyperon is the AGI project that SingularityNet has been working on for the past couple of years, and it's the AGI project that they will be working on together now. Of course, they will not just work on that, but this year will be the main focus to bring this out, Hyperon. Yeah, here is the quick overview. Like, it's the same thumbnail because the thumbnail just worked. Don't judge me. But here's a quick overview. Like, this is just 3 minutes where I just briefly talk about how Hyperon works. If you want to dive into the ecosystems, and there was a question about the Fetch AI agents. If you want to learn more about the Fetch AI agents, you can also watch this video here, Navigating the Fetch AI Ecosystem. There I break down how the Fetch AI agents work, which will be a much better user interface for SingularityNet and what they are building, or for then ASI. And I believe, too, that ASI merger is bullish and a strong move right now. Vote already had 97% approval. Really? Really? I didn't even look into that. Because, actually, I'm losing power. I briefly need to plug on my laptop. All right. I know today only Fetch is voting, right? Only Fetch AI is voting today. AGIX will vote tomorrow. They will vote tomorrow because they will release a white paper today. Realistic, what do you think ASI will do? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm sorry, I don't have a crystal ball. I think I pretty much made clear what I think what will happen and what the expectations of that are. Again, we also need to take into account, yes, there's also institutional money, so I think the market cap will go a lot higher. But if you want to seriously think about what can be the market cap, you also want to think about, hey, what will be the overall market cap of crypto this bull run? I don't know. Will it get to 5 trillion? Will it get to mind-boggling 10 trillion? I have no idea. We'll see. Again, I think what will happen is that it will probably be just driven through hype, because the AI narrative is extremely strong. There's a lot of hype there, and this merger creates a lot of hype, and they throw around a lot of buzzwords, right? AI, AGI, taking on big tech. So I think, and hype is what drives crypto. Again, I don't put my money into anything where I don't fully believe in the fundamentals, and I also don't put crazy amounts in there. And I already put my money in there back in the bear market, so I'm already all set. I already have won. But for you need to understand hype is driving the bull run, but if something dumps and there was really just hype behind it and no fundamentals, it will never recover, or almost never recover. Easily 50x in the bull run. Yes, don't listen to people like this, right? I don't think you have been here when I just explained how the market caps look like. If they put out something that is even close to ChatGPT, I can see a 50x. Definitely not easily, because again, a 50x would be, I mean, a market cap of They have right now about a market cap of 6 billion when they merge. So a 50x would be a market cap of $300 billion. $300 billion. There are 2 tokens in crypto that ever, I believe, don't quote me on this, but there are 2 tokens in crypto that ever reached a market cap of $300 billion. Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it. So if you say, oh, an easy 50x, then I, sir, say you don't know what you're talking about. But that's okay. We are all here to learn. So if we talk about things like 50x, I would be very, very careful. Can I see them going crazy? Can I see something between let's say something between a 10 and 50x? I can see that. Again, it depends on many factors. And I am not here to tell you what you should believe. I'm just here to tell you my thoughts. And you use that as one part of the overall information that you gather, okay? Please also gather information from other places and also do your own research with CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko and the historical snapshots and all of that. And also look at the fundamentals and evaluate for yourself how much the hype will drive these projects. Do I think these projects will be crazily hype-driven? Yes, I think so. Will this only accelerate when they bring out a chatbot that works? Oh, yeah, you bet. Do I think this is enough for 50x? No idea. Like, if you ask me right now, I say no. This seems way too far-fetched for me. But then again, we have never seen anything like that in crypto. So yeah, hi there, Nani. Hi there, Nani. So again, I cannot tell you what to do, what will happen. I can only tell you, hey, please do your own research and take these things into account, okay? But yeah, I think that we'll probably still have a lot of upside, especially since the AI narrative is very, very strong, very hype-driven, and putting all of this together might help them accelerate like crazy, but I cannot say for sure. One thing that you also want to take into account, and I don't think this is a likely scenario, but just imagine what happens if now they all vote no and the merger doesn't happen. Fundamentally, nothing changed. The projects are still there, they're still great, but then they probably will dump hard because this whole bullish hype narrative just got destroyed. So this is also something you want to think about. I don't think that will happen, but I don't know. I don't know. And one thing you always want to take into account, again, if they bring out something like ChatGPT, they might decouple because this would be freaking strong fundamental use case. We have not seen any strong fundamental use case in crypto yet. We have not seen it. Is there an ecosystem with Ethereum? Yes, sure there is, but what's the use case? Buying NFTs? Playing a crypto game? Who cares about that other than the people who are already in crypto? No one. No one. So this is not a strong fundamental use case. Something, a chatbot, as strong or even stronger than ChatGPT would be an absolutely crazy fundamental use case that crypto has not seen yet. So I don't know what happens when they do that. They might decouple from Bitcoin. But until that happens, you always need to take into account that the whole market follows Bitcoin. If Bitcoin dumps, the market dumps. If Bitcoin pumps, the market pumps. It's all just coupled to Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin dumps and doesn't recover, bull run is over. Bye-bye, that's it. If they bring out something similar to ChatGPT, then they might decouple. And this is also why I'm so hyped about this project, because this is what I secretly think will or hope will happen. That they bring out the alpha of Hyperon. It will be buggy, but it will work. It will freaking work. And then they bring out like all the other AI projects, Pal AI, Palm AI, all the other projects. They are just using the API of ChatGPT or the engine of ChatGPT or Google Gemini or whatever it is. They don't have anything themselves. They don't. They just use what already exists. If they bring out Hyperon, Hyperon works, I can see them decoupling, and I can see them just running by themselves. Right? This is why I'm so hyped about this, because this is the very first time where I see an actual, really, really strong fundamental use case for a crypto project. Everything else is just hype and narrative. Oh, crypto. Oh, so many access. But with this merger, for the first time, I actually see a very, very strong fundamental use case on the horizon. And this is why I love this merger, love this project, and why I'm very, very hyped about it. All right, let me look into the chat again. If you send your AGIX to an exchange and it translates as the ASI, will it create a taxable event? Good question, I don't know. For me, that would mean I would have to pay short-term capital gains as opposed to waiting for short-term. Now, you will have to merge your tokens anyway. And not your FET tokens, but if you have AGIX tokens, AGIX will likely plummet, right, after the merger, because after the merger, AGIX will not exist anymore as such. The token will still exist because the token just keep existing. That's just how it works. That's also why when you look at CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap, you see like 10,000 projects. Most of them are just dead. Most 99% or 95% of them are just dead. But the token still exists, and the token will never stop existing. And this is exactly what will happen with AGIX and Ocean, right? So you will have to translate that at one point if you want to sell it for a decent price, I would say. Now, if this is a taxable event or not, I don't know. I have seen arguments for both sides, strong arguments for both sides. And this doesn't help us, right? Because we have seen strong arguments for both sides. But I cannot tell you if this is a taxable event or not. And unfortunately, I have not found information that I really fully trust to tell you, yes, it's that way, or yes, it's the other. I have good arguments for both sides. I have seen good arguments for both sides, but I have not seen any clear statement, yes, it is this 100% for sure. So I am also just waiting and seeing. Ben Gertzel is head of another AI company and are making revolutionary hardware. Boom. Which other AI company? How many does he have? Like, everything is basically in SingularityNet. And SingularityNet is basically the overview. Then they have the Rejuve project, they have Hype Cycle, and maybe other things. But what else is there? Can you tell me? I don't know. By the way, I will do a lot of research on that. I will, in a few, I don't know when I have time for that, because a lot of research will go into that. But I will make a video where I look at the teams, right? Because it's all driven through the teams. Really look at Ben Gertzel. How does his career look like? Trend, or how all the other guys, how all their names are. I don't know. I'm sorry. I have been into AGIX, so I'm just researching all the other guys. I will dive into all of them very deep, and also into the team behind it, and really dissect that and look at, hey, are they generally very successful with what they do? I have heard, now again, this might be just FUD, I have no idea, but I have heard that Ben Gertzel is driven through a lot of hype and has accomplished very little fundamentally. I have no idea. This is why I want to do this research. And I will research all of that, and then I will present that to you. And even if that's the case, it might not even be an issue, because Ben Gertzel seems to me like a good crypto guy. He's perfect for crypto because people like to listen to him, right? He has a little bit of a, he splits people into they hate him or they love him, which is great. So he's perfect forefront person of a crypto project. The team behind that might be what drives the development. I don't know, but I will research that and I will make a video about that. Can fetch rocket in price? Thank you for the videos. Have 1K fetch will hold through dump. Cheers, Philip. Yes, we just talked about these things, and I will just go very briefly. Maybe now, if we see the merge, of course, you never need to worry about your fetch price. Your fetch price will always be your ASI price. These prices are forever 1-to-1. You are maybe not able to do a lot with your fetch tokens, and you can maybe never sell them because the tokens will get retired from the exchanges, right? AGIX, Ocean Protocol, and fetch will get retired from the exchanges once the merger happens. But As for fetch, you don't need to worry about the price because it's one-to-one back with ASI. AGIX and Ocean Protocol, however, they might plummet in price. So I don't know what the fetch token does after the merger, but it probably will just follow the ASI token. I can't remember, it will come back to me. He said this hardware is as important as NVIDIA GPU is for gaming. Yes, I will research that, but if you have any names for me or anything that you, any sources, then please let me know. And please let me know, and I'll look into that very gladly. All right. Yes, very, very welcome, Brandon. And by the way, let me share my channel again. Now, I've talked a lot about how you can think about price action, how you want to think about these things. But if we go to my channel here again, you maybe want to watch, where is it? This video here, AI Crypto, AGIX, Fetch, PAL, Can AI Crypto Make You Rich? In this video, I talk about how you can do your own research, mainly, right? About what I just talked about here, but a bit more edited, a bit more polished, and a bit more in-depth. How you can think about market cap, how you can estimate how much market cap something will have, how you can use coin market cap snapshots, historical snapshots, also a site where you can calculate a few things and think about that for yourself. So I would suggest you watch this video right here, the AI Crypto, AGX, Fetch, PAL. Watch this video, and I walk you through that. Now, in this video here, the Palm AI video, I actually do that with an example. So if you want to have an example, how I think about projects, what I look at, you can watch this Palm video, because here I talk about exactly that. All right. I just started learning about AI. Found your channel very helpful. Great to hear that. Fantastic to hear that. Yeah, that's what my channel really is for. Like modern technology, of course, but really fully into AI. And I love blockchain. And this merger is basically this is my topic. Like I'm so hyped about this topic because it just combines the two things that I do talk about the most. Yeah, and I can finally really talk about AI and blockchain as a combination. So I'm really, really excited for if Hyperon finally launches, or when Hyperon finally launches. New to crypto, when the halving happens, how will that affect Fetch, ASI? Big downturn or uptrend? First time going through a halving. Good question, my friend. We'll have to wait and see. Now, I have to say here, I got into crypto in early 2021. So this is also my first halving, right? I got basically in just before the peak of the last bull run. And I got burned. Yes, I got burned, which is a great thing because it taught me a lot. It taught me how to take profits, how to think about these things, how to properly manage my money. This is why I'm trying to drill this into your head. Think about what you're doing, right? And definitely take profits. Again, everybody here, before you get into a project, and I'm sure you are already in certain projects, so you need to do that now, you need to have a plan. Ideally, before you get into a project, you need to have a plan. What will you do when it reaches a certain price? When will you start taking profits? When it 5x's? When it 10x's? When it 20x's? When will you start taking profits? Don't ever be in a project and think you can nail the top and you will sell everything at one point. This is the best way to get burned. What will happen is you will see it going up and you will get greedy and you think, oh, it gets up a little bit more and will go up, and you get greedy, oh, it will get up a little bit more, and then it dumps and you feel, God, will it come back? And will come back. And you will think, oh, it can get a little bit higher, and it gets a little bit higher, and you will stay greedy and you will not take any profits. And at one point, it will dump and it will never come back, and you lose everything that you had. You need a plan beforehand. I have my plans. I know what I will sell when my coins hit a 10x, when they hit a 15x, when they hit a 20x. I know what I will keep as a runner for a potential 50x. I know that. Do you know it yourself? Definitely make a plan for yourself or you will get burned. So that being said, how will price react to the halving? Now, Good question. Of course, the halving is a Bitcoin-specific event, and crypto projects tend to follow Bitcoin, but they don't have to. Some do, most do, but sometimes they don't. And especially in a bull run, when the narrative is right, maybe ASI will be the one project running while all the other projects dump. Who knows? But yeah, usually what we would see is the pullback, and then the bull run really starts. Usually what we will see is that we will see the price going higher until the halving. Then round about the halving, we see a huge sell-off, a pullback, and then after that, the bull run usually really starts. Will we see the exact same thing this cycle? I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know. Institutions are in the cycle, like the ETFs are buying like crazy. They're buying more Bitcoin daily than Bitcoin is produced, and the production of Bitcoin will be cut in half. But then again, the institutions are also good at manipulating prices, at dumping on retail and then buying in lower. So I don't know what we are going to see. I don't know. If I would have to guess, I would think we will see a huge shakeout where Bitcoin will dump like freaking crazy and everybody will think, oh God, bear market. And then Bitcoin will run like you wouldn't believe it. This is what I personally think will happen. Will that happen? I have no idea. Could be completely different, could be the opposite. I don't know. We will just have to wait and see. Maybe it is possible to swap the Ocean token after they are free of tax in Germany after 12 months to have a taxable event with the swap right now. Does anybody know more? No, we just talked about the taxable event. I don't know. No, I am obviously from Germany, as you all can tell by my sick German accent. I don't even know how you can sit through all of this, but I appreciate it. Actually, I like my accent. A lot, but yeah. So we don't know if this is a taxable event. And yes, so in Germany, if we hold a crypto for 12 months, then after that we can sell it without any taxes. And this is a great thing. Now the issue is, what if you just now held your Ocean for 11 months and then this happens and it's a taxable event? This means that you will have to hold it for another 12 months. And it also means that you will have to pay tax on possible gains. And yeah, I don't know. I cannot tell you if this is a taxable event or not, unfortunately. I can tell you what I will do. I will just hold my tokens and do nothing. Is this a taxable event? I don't know. I will hold my tokens, do nothing. I fully plan to hold my tokens for probably another year because I expect the halving cycle and the bull run to be roughly like the last cycles. Do I know this will happen? No, I don't. I have no idea. But that being said, if my tokens hit their prices according to my plan, I will sell no matter if this will be taxable or not, because I don't want to get dumped on. ASI will have $30 in 3 months. What in 2 months? What makes you think that, or what makes you say that? Now again, let's say ASI will have a roundabout price of $3 and it will have a market cap of 6 billion. What would it need to hit $30? Type it in the chat. This is now the quiz for you. What will ASI with a market cap of 6 billion and a price of $3 need to hit $30? So this is a 10x. If you've paid attention, you know that. You know the answer. I give you one more second. Yes, it would need a market cap of 60 billion. The market cap would need to 10x from 6 billion to 60 billion for ASI to hit $30. Roughly roundabout, I think these are all will be roughly the prices actually that will be there. Do I think that's possible within 2 months? 60 billion. Well, let's look at the current market caps. Let's have a look at the current market caps and what they look like. Why not? Let's have a look. So let's go to CoinGecko. Let's go to the page. What are current market caps? Here we have it. Bitcoin 1.3 trillion. So where do we have? All right. See, when we say $30, again, market cap of 60 billion, you see here BNB has a market cap of 85 billion. Solana has a market cap of 84 billion. and then we have a lot of nothing. Then we have a stable coin, and then we have XRP with a market cap of 32 billion. So you right now are telling me that ASI will hit double the market cap of XRP within 2 months? I don't think so, my friend. I don't think so. Do I think they can hit that this bull run? They might. I think there's a very good chance they will. But again, nothing is guaranteed. And everybody here, if you're really listening to this, and I see like 15 people the whole time, thank you for all of you watching here. Like, I'm so amazed that like this is basically my second live. First live were like 1 or 2 people, and now seeing here 15 people watching to the craps that I say. I'm really, really happy about that. Thank you all for being here. And also good on you that you're taking this time to educate yourself, right? Good on you that you take this time to educate yourself. And now I forgot what I wanted to say because I was so amazed by the number, and I wanted to thank all of you. So again, thank you for being here. Thank you really a lot for that. Now, what did I want to say? What do I want to say? We were talking about the market cap, 30 billion. I think they probably will. Oh yeah, I wanted to say, don't get carried away by all the moon boys out there. Like people coming in and saying, oh, we will 100x easily. We will hit $30 in a month. And I don't want to call anyone out. Like, again, we are all just learning here. So that's all good, but never get carried away by that. Right? Always take these things with caution. Think about that. Do your own research and do your own calculations. You know now how that works. Look at the market cap, look at the price, look what needs to happen for the price to double, what needs to happen with the market cap, what are the market caps of the top crypto projects, how realistic do you think is that? Do I think ASI has a good chance of becoming one of the top crypto projects, top 10? I think so, yes. Especially when they, and I say this multiple times because this is really what everything depends on. Really, what everything depends on for this project, in my opinion, is if they can bring out something that is as good or better as ChatGPT, and how fast can they bring that out. If they bring it out, this bull run, again, we will get X's worth of bananas. It will get bananas. Do I know what that really will look like? I have no idea. Danke dir, Keule. Kein Ding, Diggi, kein Ding. All right. But yeah. What is the starting price of ASI after the merge? It is the price of FED. So whatever the price of FED will be the price of ASI. It's 1-to-1. I cannot tell you what the exact price is because, again, it's normal price fluctuations, but it will be the price of FED. That's the ASI price, and it will always be the ASI price. That's also, if you are in a coma, if you have been in a coma for the last 20 years, and you're watching this video only now, no worries. You still have the exact same exchange rate, FED 1-to-1, Ocean and AGIX 0.433-to-1. You have lost nothing. You can go to the contract, you can interact with them, you can exchange your tokens for ASI. You can do that for all eternity until quantum computers hack the chain. But maybe the chain is then quantum proof, as I hope. All right, good. We have been on for over an hour. Do you have any more questions for me? When we will get to see the full power of Hyperon? I have no idea, man. I wish I would know. I asked this question a lot, also on the X accounts, also in the Telegram, also in the WhatsApp chat that I am in. No one can tell me. No one did ever tell me. They wanted to put out an alpha of Hyperon in March. Now March is over. The merger happened. Oh, I have no idea. I hope we are close. I hope we are close. But I don't know. I hope in the next, let's say, in the next quarter. I really hope that we'll see a Hyperon alpha in the next quarter. If it takes longer, we might want to start asking questions why it takes so much longer if they wanted to put out an alpha in March already. Again, timelines can be crazy, can get all over the place. I don't see that too bad. but still we want to be cautious and we always want to look critical at these things. Especially when we are crazy hyped and we love it, we want to be especially critical. Why? Because the more hyped you are about something and the more you love something, the more blindsided you are. The less you see of the maybe negative stuff that's going on. So you want to be very cautious to that. And you want to listen to criticism, especially if it's constructive. We always want to listen to constructive criticism. Of course, not to people who say, oh, this is bearish because of market cap dilution, blah, blah, blah. No. But if there's someone who has constructive criticism, we want to pay attention to that. Again, this is your money. Protect it and inform yourself about what you're doing with your money. Okay, I hadn't quite understood that until now. Thanks. You're most welcome. Gerne doch, Bruder. All right. Good. Any more questions? We have talked about security, what your keys are, how you can think about your keys, your crypto, what an exchange is, what the difference to your own wallet is. We have looked at the potential of the ASI token, at the fundamentals, and what I think about that, at the room that it has to run, at how you can calculate these things. We have answered questions and done all that. Do you have anything else for me? Give it to me. Now is your chance. Again, the voting process for Fetch started today. They want to release, started yesterday actually. The voting process for Fetch started yesterday. They want to release a white paper today, and the voting process for AGIX will start tomorrow. The vote will go till the 16th of April, and at the 16th of April, we will know for sure if the merger happens. Again, it could all still be voted no. I don't think so, but it could be. So always be careful. Always be mindful. What do the Fetch agents do? Oh yeah, sorry, that was one of the first questions. I totally forgot about that. Again, I have shown you the video where I talk about Fetch AI. You want to watch that, but let me explain that, try to explain that here as good as I can. Where's my whiteboard? There it is. All right, let me put it up right here. Good. Let's get rid of all of that. Now, what a Fed agent is. I always like to use a travel example. Let's say this is you, and you say, hey, you are happy because your ASI tokens just jumped to $10, and you say, hey, I'm not crazy, I'm not looking for 100x, but this 3 to 4x is already freaking amazing for me because I appreciate how much the 5x or 10x is. And you say, hey, I want to spend my money now and I want to travel. And I'll use the Fetch agents to travel. So what you do is you have your Fetch agent. So this is basically just, you type into Fetch, hey, I want to travel. And Fetch says, hey, yes, where do you want to travel? I want to travel to Italy, to the coast, and I want a hotel. So what the Fetch agent does now, the Fetch agent goes to different travel airline agents. So let's say airline, which is kind of idiotic because it's also an A. So let's say flight. Let's say flight. There are different flight agents from different airlines, right? They're all over the place and they all have their specific, bonuses, prices and stuff like that, and times when they fly. And your agent will go to the flight airline agents and it will ask, hey, bros, what does fit for my human? My human wants to travel then and then for this and this price. What is the best fit for my human? And we'll talk to these flight agents and then we'll come back and we'll tell you, hey, I have found this option. And here you can get even this bonus. I have even found this bonus for you. Do you want that? And then you can say, yes, I want that, or no, I don't want that. And it will also go to all the different hotel agents. So you have hotel agent 1, 3, 4, and so forth. And we'll talk to these agents. Hey, during this and this time and for this and this flight times, do you have a hotel in this and this price category? And do you have, I don't know, are there often children in this hotel? Or is it very quiet? Do you have breakfast inclusive? Is it close to the coast or whatever you want? And your agent will go there to all of these different things and then will come back and will ask you, hey, do you want me to book that? and then you say, I want the other thing as well. And then your agent says, okay, then I'll go back and I find the other thing for you. And then goes back to you and says, hey, do you want me to book that? And then you say, yes, book that. And then your agent books that for you. It's all done for you. And you can just go there. You get everything sent, all your tickets and stuff. And then you go, and then public transport strikes and you cannot get to the airport. What do? You go to your agent and you say, hey, public transport strikes. Please take care of that. Book me something else or find me something how I can get there. And then your agent will take care of that as well. And this is basically how the fat agents work. This is basically how the fat agents work. And if they get combined with Hyperon, with a true AGI, man, this is going to be wild. I hope I answered your question. If you want that a little bit more in depth, watch the Fetch AI video on my channel that I have shown. How long will the voting period be? Voting will be from the 2nd and for AGIX from the 4th till the 16th of April. Till the 16th of April. So till that Tuesday in 2 weeks. And then we will know for sure. All right. Any other questions? By the way, was that helpful for you? Because I see here 20 people, and thank you again. Thank you for watching me, for being here. Let me ask you, do you like that? Do you like me talking about that stuff? Do you want me to go live more often? Where I talk about crypto, but not just AGIX, also other crypto stuff, and also AI, because I love to talk about AI projects. Maybe we look at AI, do stuff together with AI. Again, we look at maybe Pi, Claude 3, all this stuff. Midjourney, who knows? Let me know if you like that. 20 people watching is an amazing sign for me. So I'll probably go live more often, but let me know if this is something you would like. Because I really enjoy that. I really enjoy hanging out with you. How long will the voting period be? What is that? Did something happen? Did I miss something in the chat? Or why are you both asking me this now? And I already answered that question 4 times. The voting will be from the 2nd, or for AGIX from the 4th till the 16th of April. All right. I don't understand the joke, guys. But yeah, you can, whatever. All right. Good. Then I guess I'll slowly be on my way. Can you explain hypercycle simply? At this point, I don't feel confident in my ability to explain that because I have not done enough research on it. I did look into that, but I did not do enough research on this whole project because I was mainly focusing on Hyperon and then all the other stuff. I'm not entirely sure how hypercycle ties into that. I will make a video, or I'll explain it on my next live. Let me write that down in my notes. And by the way, of course, I should know that if I talk about these things. So not to say anything here, but if you watch a YouTuber and the YouTuber says he knows everything and he can explain everything, be very cautious. All right? No one can know everything. So I will look deeper into hypercycle. I know, like, it's their own blockchain that they're building, and they have their own, layer 0 for their project. I also don't know how that works now because they all migrate to the Fetch layer 0, which is way more built out than their layer 0. So, but again, I'm not entirely sure. I look into that though. I look into that and I'll either make a video about that or talk about that in my next live. Thank you for the question. All right. All right, guys. Still here for a couple of more seconds, waiting for questions. But then again, after that, I will over an hour. I'll need to get up, walk around, do something else. Do you like Bitpanda? I don't know. What is Bitpanda? I have never heard about that. Let me Google that real quick. Bitpanda, start investing today. Okay. Is that just an exchange or what is Bitpanda? Yeah, I don't know. When it comes to exchanges, my exchange is crypto.com. I like crypto.com because of the name, because of the token, and because of how the platform works. And then my other exchange, also for leverage trading, is Phemex. I like Phemex and crypto.com. By the way, if I remembered, I will have links to crypto.com and Phemex down in the description. If you want to help me out and if you're searching for an exchange, you can consider creating your account through my links. I think you'll also get something. For crypto.com, you will definitely get, I think, 50 bucks worth of Crow token. Maybe you'll also get something in Phemex. I'm not sure. But yeah, just think about it. I will leave my links down below if you're searching for an exchange. Good. Any other questions? Also, questions specific to the merger, ASI, AGIX, Ocean, Fetch. Now, I know most about the SingularityNet ecosystem because this is where I did most of my research. Bitpanda is absolutely legit, but they have relatively high fees. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard about that. Of course, I'm not saying it's not legit. I'm just saying I have not heard about it yet. It's the very first thing. That's probably one of the first things you should look at when thinking about an exchange. How big and trustworthy is it? And the second thing, fees. What are the fees? We don't want to keep our money, as much as of our money as we possibly can. All right. Good. Again, thank everybody here for hanging out with me. Thank you for spending your time with me. Really, really happy about that. Really, really grateful for all of you being here. And I'll catch you probably on the next live or in my next video. Because, yeah, I mean, if you enjoy that, I really enjoy that. I love doing this live here right now. So I'll maybe catch you in my next one. Have a great, amazing rest of your day. Thank you for being here. And yes, see you very soon. Bye, everyone.